All right, everyone. Hello, Michael Weiss with AI4. Thank you for joining us for this edition of an AI4 webinar in partnership with IBM. And without really any further ado, I'm going to kick it over to my AI-powered colleague to welcome everybody.
Hello and welcome to this AI4 webinar. It's important to take a moment and remember there's no artificial intelligence without information architecture. Specifically, an architecture that you can reliably build on in order to unlock the value of your data for an AI and multi-cloud world. To meet the demands of today and stay competitive tomorrow, these data architectures need to be modern, efficient, and agile. To help us navigate this changing landscape, it's my pleasure to introduce Rodney Cobb of IBM Data and AI. Rodney has been with IBM for nearly 20 years, where he has gained expertise around enterprise software and cloud services. With a focus across all industries, Rodney excels in helping organizations with their data and AI initiatives. I hope you enjoy Rodney's 25-minute presentation, and I encourage you to use Zoom's question and answer feature to ask questions at any point throughout the webinar, which Rodney will answer for you. Without any further ado, take it away, Rodney.
Hello everyone, my name is Rodney Cobb and I am a member of IBM's Data and AI division, and I'm part of our North American team and focus on a relatively new product that we brought to market called Cloud Pak for Data. I'm going to talk to you today about Cloud Pak for Data and that solution, and as we do, I'd like you to consider in your own mind what it takes or what you feel like you need to do to become a more data-driven or data-centric organization. That's certainly how IBM has considered the way we would bring this product to market. And in doing so, we sort of look back in time to understand, how our industry has evolved from being, in the 90s, solely focused on building and delivering products that pleased our customers, to then evolving to more service-centric to round out those product offerings, and evolving to in our attempt to become more customer-centric and transform digitally. And that's really where we are today. I guess the real difference being is IBM believes firmly that in order to really achieve digital transformation, we all need as organizations to become much more data-centric. And that's really what we focused on in bringing this product to market. So what does it really mean to deliver data-centric customer experiences? Well, Gartner believes that a critical component of that is continually evaluating where and how we can use and leverage AI resources that can extend the support that our customer-facing associates bring to our interfaces. Things like chatbots or virtual customer assistants, or even the ability to infuse real-time analytics into decision-making along critical points in the customer journey. So that's kind of Gartner's definition of what it means to be data-centric. And then there's other analysts out there that are giving us fair warning that the belief that we really need to leverage AI technologies just to keep up in our respective industries. And then even more so, and I think very sage advice is that really be focused on smart data instead of big data. And what do we believe that they mean by that? What I think they mean is, smart data is data under management, or data that we're actually putting to productive use to make business decisions in our organization. A lot of companies over time have focused on big data, and we've built these data lakes and just collected mountains of data, but in large part, it's widely unused. And so that's a real distinction between smart data and big data. So, and as I just mentioned, right, the thing is 73% of the data that's out there in organizations today is going unused. It strikes me that that's highly inefficient and probably a poor use of resources. And then, if you further consider that in terms of the exponential growth of data in the organization, we're just getting started. Right? Today, as you can see that this slide tries to depict, a typical organization has just under a petabyte of data under management. And by 2025, it's projected that the typical organization will grow to 5 petabytes of data. So if we felt that it's inefficient or costly to manage the data that's there today, well, just imagine what it's going to be in 5 years from now unless we do something to have a meaningful impact on how we better manage the data that we have. And I'll just take a moment here to call out or to specify that this chart is trying to depict data under management, right? Not all of the data in an organization, right? Data under management is data that is actually governed or actually being put to business use. And in large part, that's not being done at all in a number of organizations today. So as we move forward, I'd also like you to consider that if we believe, and we certainly do, that data is the fuel to artificial intelligence-led digital transformation, and also that broadly CEOs believe that a top priority is to really harness digital transformation to drive growth and innovation in their organizations, and not just drive growth and innovation, but to also really make sure that in doing so, we integrate our processes, not just within our own organization or department, but that we do it in a way that we're integrating processes across boundaries, even across organizational boundaries, intra-department boundaries, etc. And in addition, really making sure that while we're doing that, we're leveraging the legacy data that is in place that typically is driving the business. And then just lastly, there's also a number of executives out there that say that they really won't be able to achieve that growth they're looking for unless they make more direct and take full advantage of AI. So in IBM's journey with our product portfolio, we do have a number of large companies that are taking advantage of the platform that I'm going to talk to you about today. And these are companies that have really been early adopters in infusing AI into their solutions to drive business benefit. I'll just talk about a couple on this slide. One being Sprint. Sprint's been a customer of ours now on this platform for a couple of years. And they foresaw that they were really going to need to leverage AI technologies to help improve their customer experience as their clients began adopting new technologies and equipment. So specifically, that's 5G technologies. And they were able to essentially have intelligent agents handle about 30% of the total volume that came into their call centers, which allowed them to really maximize and leverage their resources significantly. PNC Bank, another great example that has used IBM's automation and decision management technology to drive automation across 50 plus processes in their organization. And that enabled them to really free up their resources, their human resources, to focus on more value or more higher value tasks in their organization. So this is just a sampling. There's many more behind this, and we'd be happy to share those with you, but just a couple of examples of our clients that have taken advantage of IBM's new common platform technology to drive digital transformation. So as we begin now just narrowing down to and start actually talking about the platform that we have created, I just wanted to inform you about a couple of key use cases that our customers have used to drive us really to create this platform. And though the first major one is just around ease of use. So our clients were asking for a single user experience, one that simplifies the management of data and allows them to no longer be the integrator of technology in their own organization by having to integrate together multiple tool sets, but they can actually leverage a common platform that has common workflows and works across technology disciplines and user personas. This has been significant in terms of driving self-service in an organization, and the technology that we'll talk to you about has really enabled that by, as an example, allowing a data engineer to work and operate in the same common environment as either a data consumer or a data scientist. And so this has really driven some efficiencies with our client base. The next major use case that our clients were pushing us to adopt was automation everywhere. And auto discovery of data in the organization. So I'll just, as we probably all know, data scientists and data analysts spend an exorbitant amount of time just collecting and getting access to data today before they can really use it for any meaningful purpose. And so the ability to be able to auto-discover data assets in an environment significantly speeds time to value and allows organizations to become very much more efficient about how they use that data. And then the other thing is this platform was built to really build and support business solutions within any sized organization. So I can tell you today that this technology is being used by the very smallest of IBM's clients, and it is scaling up to support the needs of IBM's largest global and enterprise clients across the world. And then the last use case or need that our clients were asking us for was to assure that whatever we build would be governed and secure. So there's a saying in our business that there is no data governance without security, and also there is no security without data governance. And that really speaks to the ability of leveraging things like Watson Knowledge Catalog, which is IBM's enterprise data catalog, along with capabilities such as IBM Guardium to protect and secure data. And so in particular with the pressures and demands on public companies today to assure data privacy and regulatory controls that they're having to adhere to, governance and security is vitally important, and they made sure that that was a key capability that we instrumented into our platform. And then just one last point before we get into the specifics is our clients also asked us that whatever we did must be truly portable and flexible and be able to be run or managed across any cloud or any on-prem environment. So they were truly looking for and asking us to assure that we delivered a highly flexible hybrid cloud offering as a part of this. So I'll introduce the concept to you generally of cloud packs. So IBM defines cloud packs, or brought cloud packs to the market as a way to enable all of our technologies across IBM in a more intelligent way by infusing AI and other technologies into each of those components. And so it really starts with just being completely integrated. So we've built and delivered a number of services around automation, data, security solutions, our application technologies, as well as integration and even managing multiple clouds. So we've built a series of cloud packs that address each of those subspecialties or sub-capabilities within an organization. And universally across all those packs, we've also applied and infused AI into those technologies. This gives us the ability to really be able to understand the language of the business and convert that to code. And while doing that, also make sure that we're building models and technology that offers explainability and the ability to assure that we're instrumenting trust into these applications and also automate AI across those components. And then lastly, as we've mentioned, or as that I'm sure you've read and have come to find, is that IBM is leveraging Red Hat really for the ability to be able to build an application once and run and deploy it anywhere. Red Hat OpenShift is the container technology that allows us to do that, and it gives us the ability to run across any public cloud environment or private cloud or any other incarnation that our clients so choose in our own platforms. So it's a very intelligent and integrated method of bringing our software capabilities to market. So I'll introduce you to one more concept, and that is the AI ladder. So IBM created the AI ladder, and it's just really a way that we are bringing to market a very prescriptive approach to the journey to AI. So there's also another common phrase that we use, which is there is no AI without IA. And in this case, IA, we mean information architecture. And really what that is leveraging the talent and expertise in our organization to assemble and sort of collate capabilities in a way that makes sense and that is really a prescriptive way to manage our information architecture for the benefit of infusing AI into our applications. So that's the ladder to AI. And the ladder to AI is realized in our premier data platform product, which is Cloud Pak for Data. So now I'll speak specifically about our Cloud Pak for Data offering, which is IBM's Enterprise Insights platform. And we'll start at the very simple idea that this was built from the ground up to be a truly hybrid offering that will run, again, as I mentioned, on any cloud, public or private, or any infrastructure, so that we offer the ability to our clients to run and execute their data or analytics on their data where it resides. And so then the next layer up in this stack and the enabling technology that allows us to be truly portable across clouds and even hybrid cloud environments is Red Hat OpenShift. And this is the primary reason that IBM acquired Red Hat. And it allows us to really streamline and manage all of our capabilities across all of these clouds in a highly efficient manner. And we're leveraging OpenShift as the container technology to do that. So then the next layer in the stack here is the Cloud Pak control plane. Essentially, the control plane is the foundational technologies that allow us to offer common workflows, an integrated user experience, offer a common catalog, as well as a number of other key services and capabilities that are central to all of the capabilities that are provided on top of this platform. Now, let's talk about some of the analytic capabilities that are provided. So we call base services is the core Cloud Pak for Data offering. So this is a series of microservices that provide end-to-end capabilities. If you think back to that ladder to AI and around technologies related to collecting data, to organizing data, to analyzing data, and then ultimately infusing that logic into our applications, that's what those base services in our offering provide. And then even more, we've provided the ability to extend this to a much broader ecosystem, even beyond IBM. So we have this notion of extended services on this platform that allows a growing ecosystem of IBM's partners and other organizations to build and certify services on this platform, and also a number of open source technologies that run and execute in this platform. Okay, so that's a little bit about Cloud Pak for Data. Now, when we think about that ladder to AI and Cloud Pak for Data, really this platform allows us to enable all the capabilities of that AI ladder on a single common platform. So, and we do that while at the same time driving simplicity and adaptability and the ability for organizations to reduce their compliance on specialists. So think of that in terms of being able to instrument technologies that allow clients, data scientists to go further in terms of the volume and the types of work that they can do, right? If we can leverage this platform to automate and instrument lower order things that a data scientist might do on a daily basis, that then frees them up to be able to go and work on higher order tasks that demands their time. And so this really is just a completely new way to solve business problems, and we believe it's unique and differentiated in the marketplace for a lot of the reasons that we've described, but primarily the ability to be able to run anywhere and execute and operate analytics on the data where it resides, no matter where it is. So we're very excited about this platform. So I'd like to share with you some of the results from a Forrester Total Economics study that was conducted in 2019 about Cloud Pak for Data. And I really focus on primarily the projected business impacts. There's certainly significant financial impacts that we absolutely believe, but I also believe that's very personal to the individual organization, and your mileage may vary based upon how you would leverage the platform. But in general, we absolutely believe that by adopting this platform, we're able to have a significant impact on the cost of ETL, essentially reducing the number of ETL requests in an organization from anywhere to 25 to 64%. There's actually a quote here on the right side of the screen where you'll see that one of our clients felt as though this self-service technology on our platform gave their users the ability to really understand how and when they need to access data, and really informed them on areas where they really truly needed to use ETL as an example to get access to data. And that allowed the more simple requests to be handled in a self-service manner, so that the ones that truly need ETL can be focused and prioritized. Another major benefit of this platform is just in terms of making our data scientist community much more efficient. So data scientists, as we all know, are in very scarce supply and high demand. And so we believe there's significant benefit in providing multiple options for different tools that allow data scientists to either offload some of the things that they do, or actually take advantage of some of the automation in the platform to again allow them to be more efficient and just focus on those high order tasks that really requires their personal attention. And then the final benefit I'll mention here is just the overall impact of implementing a container-based solution and a common platform that aggregates a number of technologies together. And we see a significant reduction in the cost of infrastructure, both in building and running and maintaining it, in the order of 65 to 85%. So all very significant savings. As you can see, there's quotes on the right, and that study, there's a link on this slide that you can go read that study fully, and hopefully you do, because there's just a ton of great information there about the value of this platform. Okay, and then I want to also mention that as an existing client of IBM, if you currently use any of the technologies on the left side of this screen, Cognos Analytics or DataStage, DB2 or MDM or SPSS, all of our legacy technologies, we have provided the ability for our clients to modernize to Cloud Pak for Data. And some of the significant value that we're bringing to those existing clients that are running some of these technologies in a bare metal or a traditional way today, by modernizing to one of our modernization packs for that respective technology, you're able to immediately start getting new value from Cloud Pak for Data, as we allow on day one our clients to run an equivalent capacity of Cloud Pak for Data along with their legacy technology. There's also the ability to begin leveraging microservices and containerization to get instant value by modernizing that legacy tool. Let's take DB2 as an example, where if our clients so choose, they could migrate from bare metal use of DB2 into Cloud Pak for Data, where it's being managed by Red Hat OpenShift and can drive some significant benefits and advantages of reducing costs and just running more efficiently and effectively. So the other thing that we're doing as a part of this is not just about software, but we're also making some significant investments with our existing clients, and our expert labs organization is engaging with prospective clients that choose to modernize with Cloud Pak for Data and help them with understanding how to adapt and begin using microservices and containerization technologies. So that too is a part of this modernization program for our existing clients. And then I'll go one more and just share with you that we have a number of our clients that maybe don't have as significant needs for some of the legacy technologies that they've used in the past. I'll again turn to database technologies as we see more prevalent cloud-based database technologies come to light. We also see a decreasing use of traditional data stores. So we're giving our clients the ability to actually trade in or exchange some of their legacy technologies and modernize to Cloud Pak for Data and essentially recapture the value from that legacy product that they're no longer using and be able to apply that to Cloud Pak for Data to make use of in their environment. Okay, and so then just as a last slide here, I just want to offer you a number of different options for how to learn more, become more engaged with IBM to understand the value that Cloud Pak for Data provides. And there's a number of links here that you can check out. So there's the ability to actually experience the product firsthand. And there's a link here to our no-cost trial. There's also the ability to try out the as-a-service version of Cloud Pak for Data. And then always our expert labs team is ready and willing to engage with you and do, shared development projects to really test out our technologies so that you can really experience it and see the value of it before you actually make a buying decision. And then as well, I'll just point out a couple of more things. We have an excellent tool that allows you to perform a brief business value assessment based on your own feedback and your data so that you can apply how Cloud Pak for Data might benefit your specific organization. And then lastly, there's a full demo environment available at the link on the right-hand side of the screen that allows you to see a number of demos of all of our capabilities across all of these Cloud Paks. So we hope that you would check it out at these links above and get more information, and we look forward to working with you with Cloud Pak for Data. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello. Hope you all enjoyed. So if there are any questions, Rodney's actually here and ready to answer. Feel free just to type into the Q&A box. Yeah, that was great. Thank you, Rodney. Looks like there were a couple that were answered already through typing. Yes, a recording link will be provided afterwards. All right, I'm gonna give it a, oh, here's a question. All right, so Rodney, do you see that? I'm going to ask you to unmute, Rodney.
Thank you. I
No
was
worries.
scrambling with with my different windows. So yes, I do see the question on Zendesk. I in general, I think
So the question, sorry, the question just for everyone is the IBM Cloud Pak have any sort of integration with platforms such as Zendesk? And then
yeah.
yeah, please answer, Rodney. Just people can't read the questions.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, so I guess I would have to look and see specifically. I'll say it this way. I don't know of any reason why we wouldn't be able to integrate with Zendesk. Um, I don't know if there's the ability to, follow up with, more formal answers offline here, but I can do that. But yeah, I don't, as I understand I think Zendesk is a ticketing kind of a system, if I'm understanding it correctly. So yeah, I don't think there's any issues with doing that. I can follow up with more specifics, but there shouldn't be any reason why you wouldn't be able to integrate Zendesk into the platform.
All right, thank you, Rodney. All right, any other questions? We have Rodney here. IBM, Rodney, you've been with IBM for like 20 years, isn't that right, Rodney?
I have, yes.
It's a lifetime.
Yeah, it is.
That's awesome. All right, so I'll give it a final countdown here. Um, any more questions? Going once, going twice, thrice. All right, I think that wraps it up then. So I'm Michael Weiss with AI4. Thank you so much for joining our webinar today. And Rodney, thank you for the great presentation and for being here. We'll send the recording out afterwards. And if there are any additional questions for Rodney, I'm sure we'll be able to get you in touch with him as well. Any final words, Rodney?
No, I don't, but I'll send you the documentation on the configuring. So just quick follow up on that question. I did a search in our documentation. So looks like there is API support for Zendesk specifically. So that is supported, and the details can be found in the IBM Knowledge Center. If you just do a Google search, IBM Knowledge Center, and select Cloud Pak for Data, you should be able to find that.
Great. So answer yes. You're welcome, Morris. All right, everybody. Have an amazing week. Thank you for joining, and see you at the next AI4 event. Thank you, Rodney and IBM for being here. Bye,
You're
everybody.
welcome. Thank you. Bye-bye.